Welcome to LoveSmart Me. Thanks for checking out this free lesson. I promise it's easy, fun, and free. This is the lesson in which you learn the one skill that makes it possible for you to master any other skill. And that is the skill of commitment. Commitment is the first skill because of its role in determining life's successes and failures. As you look back over your life, you'll notice that your greatest successes and accomplishments have been times when you've been fully committed to what you were doing. Every graduation and achievement has within it you practicing your skill of commitment. Being happy and successful in our relationships requires an understanding of how to be skillful in our commitments. This lesson teaches you how to make commitments to yourself, to your friends, and to your partner that are in alignment with your own happiness and your own success. Here is a simple definition of commitment as a relationship skill. Commitment is the skill I use to unify myself, to take action, to bring any new good I desire into my life. With commitment, any good I envision in my life becomes possible. Without commitment, I remain stuck in ineffectiveness and hesitancy. When I activate my skill of commitment, I can get myself unstuck and move toward the realization of my dreams. Commitment requires that I unify myself, my thoughts, my feelings, and my personal spirit. To be unified of one mind, my commitment must be to something that I see as being good for myself. That act of being good to yourself is very simple. Your commitment is demonstrated by each day lighting a candle and giving it your conscious attention for 7 minutes as you practice this skill. That's it. And to make it even easier, you don't even have to light the candle. Each day, I'll send you a 7-minute video of a candle. It'll begin with a brief message from me affirming you for your practice of commitment. You'll have a few minutes to meditate and reflect on that message, and then enter each day knowing that you're practicing the skill of commitment. You can watch this video on your own time, on any device you choose. In this way, you support yourself in succeeding in this practice of the skill of commitment. Lighting the candle is the outward practice of commitment. Now let's talk about the inner movements that are involved in order for you to make any commitment. Commitment involves activating 2 dimensions of your intelligence. The first of those dimensions is your personal spirit, and the second is your decision-making. Personal spirit is the dimension of your intelligence that empowers you to take control of your life and to initiate change with a positive outlook. Central to my personal spirit is my sense of control, the feeling I have that I am the one who is in charge of what's happening in my life. I can get in touch with my sense of control by envisioning myself in the driver's seat of my life, with my hands firmly on the steering wheel, my feet firmly on the pedals, and that I am providing the direction to my life. This is the sense of control that I want you to elevate in order to practice the skill of commitment. To practice the skill of commitment, I apply my sense of control to my decision-making. Decision-making is the dimension of my intelligence that I use when I need to stop and decide something. In this case, I'm stopping and deciding on whether I'm going to make this commitment. The strategy that's most helpful when I'm coming to a decision on a commitment is the strategy we call conclude. It's coming to a conclusion. This is the action that we take anytime we go to the till to purchase something, or when we cast a vote, or when we say yes or no to a decision. It's coming to a conclusion. So in this case, you are applying your sense of control to come to a conclusion on the commitment that's been presented to you. And LoveSmart's commitment is a very simple one. You're being asked to commit to lighting a candle and consciously observe that candle for 7 minutes a day. So this is the opportunity that you can now say yes or no to in this next exercise. Here's how I'm going to invite you to consider making this commitment. I'm going to read to you a clear and simple commitment statement. I'd like you to just listen to it with an open heart and an open mind. As you hear its words, notice whether you find yourself resisting or saying no to any of them. Just notice. And then, after you've heard it, you're welcome to edit and change any of the words to which you might object or to which you would prefer some other word. So here's the commitment statement I've drafted for your consideration. My personal spirit empowers me to bring to my life any good that I choose for myself. I now engage my personal spirit to choose this decision, to commit to loving myself more skillfully. My commitment is simply to devote a few precious minutes daily for the next month to loving myself. With gratitude, I conclude this commitment to myself with my word and my signature confirming my commitment. Having listened to this commitment statement, I'd like to ask you to write it out in your own handwriting. You have permission to modify any words so that you can fully say yes to this handwritten commitment statement that you're creating for yourself. Once you've done so, I'd like you to read it aloud to yourself and then to sign it with your own signature as you would any statement of commitment. Friends, I've just introduced you to the steps that you can take in order to make this commitment, or any commitment. Now it's up to you whether you choose to say yes or choose to say no. If you're saying yes to this opportunity, I welcome you to follow up by practicing the 12 skills of LoveSmart. If you're saying no, I'd simply like to ask you whether your no is motivated by fear of failure or love for yourself. If you are able to lovingly say no to this opportunity, I bless you in that decision. If you're saying no out of fear of failure, I'd encourage you to reconsider by finding that place of courage. Courage is the power that enables you to step into places of fear and there to excel. Having made this commitment, I want to support you in ensuring that you have a plan for its success. And it's very simple. Ask yourself, what time of day am I most available to enjoy participating in this 7-minute candle ceremony? What time of day is best for you? And secondly, what device or process are you going to use to remind yourself of that time every day? So program some device to remind you that this is the moment you've chosen for your candle ceremony. Those 2 steps prompt you to success in following through day by day. Practicing daily is the key action that fulfills this commitment that you've made to yourself. Now, if you miss a day or more, that's okay. Just relax and return to your daily practice. I wish for you to experience 7 consecutive days of practice of your candle ceremony to demonstrate to yourself that you're on your way to mastering the skill of commitment. And when you've mastered this skill, I'd like to invite you to consider mastering all of the other LoveSmart skills that are available to support you in experiencing the best that your life and love can be. To conclude this lesson on commitment, I'd like to invite you to get out of your chair and join me in striking a pose of commitment. There are several poses that you can use that embody your new commitment. For example, you might choose the Superman pose, or the victory pose, or the triumphant pose, or any other pose that to you embodies a stance of commitment. So I'd like to ask you to strike a pose and read to yourself this commitment statement that you've created. And in so doing, you solidify within yourself this experience that you've made to master the skill of commitment. Friends, I wish you well with this skill, and I trust that learning it will encourage you to fully engage in learning all of the other skills that LoveSmart has to offer. Thank you for joining me for this free lesson, and I look forward to hearing from you about the positive experiences that you've created for yourself as you practice the skill of commitment.